Sometimes the world calls you stupid, slow, or a failure, but that very moment can ignite the spark that changes everything. This is the real-life story of a boy who was expelled from school for being too dumb to learn, yet grew up to light up the entire world. This is the inspiring journey of Thomas Alva Edison, the man who turned darkness into light. Thomas Edison was born in 1847 in a small town in Ohio, USA. He was curious from the very beginning, always asking why and how. While other kids played outside, Edison took apart toys and clocks to see how they worked. He wasn't naughty, he was inquisitive, but his teachers didn't see it that way. In school, he was slow to understand lessons, often lost in his own thoughts and constantly distracted by his imagination. One teacher even called him addled, meaning not right in the head. One day his teacher lost patience and told his mother, "Your son is too stupid to learn. He doesn't belong in school." That single sentence changed everything. Edison's mother, Nancy Edison, was heartbroken but didn't argue. She took her son home and said something that would define his destiny. "You're not slow, Tommy. You're special. If school can't teach you, then I will." From that day, she became his teacher and his biggest believer. Nancy taught her son to read, to think, and most importantly, to believe in himself. Edison's curiosity grew stronger. He turned his basement into a mini laboratory using old bottles, wires and chemicals. At the age of 12, he started selling newspapers and snacks on trains. He used the train's baggage car as his first moving lab. He even printed a small newspaper called the Grand Trunk Herald right there on the train. One day, a chemical experiment went wrong and caused a small explosion. He was kicked off the train, but that didn't stop him. He said, "I didn't fail. I just found another way that doesn't work. Some successful, most failed. But every failure taught him something new." People laughed when he talked about creating light from electricity. They said if it were possible, someone would have done it already. But Edison believed otherwise. He once said, "I have not failed 10,000 times. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That mindset became his greatest invention, the art of never giving up. After countless failures, on October 21st, 1879, Edison finally made a carbon filament that could glow for hours without burning out. That night, his laboratory at Menlo Park lit up for the first time, and the world changed forever. For the first time in human history, night turned into day. The invention of the electric light bulb brought hope, safety, and progress to millions. Edison went on to invent the phonograph, the motion picture camera, and more than 1,000 patents. He became known as the Wizard of Menlo Park. Years later, after his mother's death, Edison found an old letter hidden in a drawer. The same letter his school had once sent home. It read, "Your son is mentally unfit for school. We cannot allow him to attend any longer." Tears rolled down his eyes. He whispered to himself, "My mother made me a genius. She believed in me when no one else did." Edison's life was not just about inventions, it was about believing when no one else does. He worked 16 hours a day, slept only 4 hours, and failed thousands of times, but his determination never faded. He once said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." And that's what made him the symbol of perseverance around the world. Maybe people have called you useless, average, or a failure. Maybe you've been rejected, doubted, or ignored. But remember this, Thomas Edison was once that boy too. He didn't let other people's opinions define his future. You can't control what people say about you, but you can control what you do next. Edison turned darkness into light, not just for the world, but for every dreamer who dares to keep trying. So if life ever tells you you can't do it, look up and say, "Watch me light up the world. Don't let rejection define you." Let your determination rewrite your destiny.